Hi students, welcome to the lesson of quadratic expressions. These are the examples that will be featuring in this video. And also at the end of the video, you'll be able to answer a question from the past paper in this section. Alright, so we'll move on to the first example. That's x squared plus 6x plus 8. So what is this question? So see, they will say factorize and there will be a quadratic expression. Alright, so what does this factorize mean? Okay, let me explain you. See, the answer for this will be x plus 4 and x plus 2. Let me explain you how it comes. Okay, for that I'd like to take a small example. See, factors of 10. So when I say factors of 10, you get two numbers, okay, 5 and 2, 1 and 2. So two numbers when multiplied, that gives you this number. So that will be the factors. These two numbers will be the factors of 10. Okay, 5 and 2 are factors of 10. 1 and 10 are factors of 10. Two numbers that makes a product of 10. Alright. So here also the same thing. Okay, here we don't have a number, we have an expression instead. Okay, so here what we need is we will get two small expressions. When multiplied, it will give you this answer. Alright, so when they say factorize and give you a quadratic expression, all what you have to do is find these two expression sets, okay, that will give you a product of this. Let's see how it's being done. Okay, so there are three terms in this expression, the first term, the second and the third one, and the most prominent one I would say is the third one, because see, the first step that you are going to do is to find the factors of the third term. Here we have 8, so we are finding it 1 times 8 is 8 and 2 times 4 is 8. So these are the factors. Okay, so first step is to find the factors of the third term. Alright, and then select a pair of factors which makes a sum of the middle term. Okay, this is the middle term, that is the second term. Okay, so out of these two pairs, which makes a sum of 6x, that is 6. Okay, so 2 and 4, 2 plus 4 is 6, isn't it? So this pair makes up a sum of the middle term. So we will select that. Okay, and I will tell you a shortcut method. Okay, so it's 2 plus 4. Okay, 2 plus 4 makes 6. So what you do with the first term, it has x squared, so you put 1x and it is 2 and 4, right? So you write x plus 2 and x plus 4. Alright, so when you multiply these two, you will get this. So these two are the factors of this. Okay, that being the short term, let me explain you how we get this in the long way. Alright, it is very important to know the long way, because when you have a coefficient in front of this x, you cannot do this short way. Okay, you need the long way. So let's do that. Okay, so even in the long way, the first step will not be changed. Okay, the first step is that you take the third term and then you find the factors of it. Okay, and then select the pair which makes up the sum of the second term. All right, so 2 and 4. Okay, then all right, then you write the first term and the second term as it is. Okay, sorry, first term and the third term as it is, x squared and 8. Okay, and the middle term you have to split. Okay, how do you split it? It's 2x plus 4x. Split it with the factors you already found. Okay, so it is 2x plus 4x. Okay, now you have to pair this like this. All right, and then okay, we'll find the common one and take it out. Okay, in x squared plus 2x, you can see that x is common to both these. So we will take it out. So what will be remaining inside? X plus 2. Okay, so see, When you multiply this term with this, you get this. So x times x is x squared, x times 2 is 2x. So, okay, so we found the common factor and took it out. And here also we'll do the same thing. Here 4 and 8, 4x and 8, we'll see 4 as the common term and we took it out. So the remaining thing is x plus 2, okay, 2 times 4 makes 8. So here now you can see x plus 2 is common to both. So we write x plus 2 and these two together. Alright. So x plus 2 and x plus 4. This is how we derive the answer for this. Alright. So all what we did was finding the factors of 8 or the third term, which makes the sum of this, and then we split the middle term with that and then we factorize it. Alright. Okay. We'll do another sum. Okay, another sum. Okay, it's 3x squared plus 13x plus 4. So here you can find a coefficient in front of this x. Okay, so here what's the first step? You take the third term and then you find the factors of it. But now, can you do that? Can you just take the 4 and find the factors of it and continue this sum? No. Why? Because this first term has a coefficient in front. So what you have to do is, you have to multiply those two. Alright. So first you multiply these two, that is 4 and 3, okay, the coefficient of the first term and the third term. So you will get 12. Okay. Now you find the factors of 12, okay, which makes a sum of this. Okay, so we will say 1 times 12, 4 times 3, 6 times 2. Okay, out of these 3, which makes a sum of 13. We can see that 1 and 12 makes a sum of 13. So the factors that we are going to choose is 1 and 12. Okay, so here you can't do it in the short way. You should do it in the long way by splitting the middle term. Okay, let's continue with this 1 and 12. All right. So first you write the first term as it is, and then the fourth term as it is, and now you split the middle term. That is this. Okay, we already found that 12 and 1. Okay, when you have 1, you can say 1x or you can just say x. Okay, 12 and 1. 12x and x. Alright. Then we will do this. Okay, now take the common term out. We can take 3x out and x plus 4 will be inside. And here we can take, alright, what do we take out here? See, we noticed that the braces inside have the common term. So if this is x plus 4, this will also have x plus 4. So how can we take the common term out? We can take a 1. Okay, 1 times x, 1 times 4. Alright. So now we have x plus 4 as common in between these two. So x plus 4 and 3x plus 1. Alright. Okay, I'm pretty sure that you got it. We'll do few more examples so you'll get it better, and then we can do the sum. Alright, this is x squared plus 2x minus 15. This sum has something different from the previous one. Obviously, it doesn't have a coefficient in front, but see, the third term is a negative term. Okay, so notice whenever you in algebra, whenever you get a negative, you have to be extra cautious. Okay, extra cautious, because a negative can cause a lot of mistakes if you are not being cautious. All right. Okay, so the steps will not change. Okay, the third term, you have to start with the third term and factors of the third term. Okay, but here we have a negative. All right, so we'll start with that. 1 times 15, 3 times 5. Okay, out of this, we have to select a pair which makes a difference of the middle term. Okay, we have to select a pair out of which when you see the difference, it should make the second term. See, difference means 5 minus 3, 15 minus 1. Okay, just like that, because it has a negative as the third term. So here we see that 5 minus 3 will be plus 2. Okay, you have to keep in mind that a positive integer and a negative integer will make a difference. All right, so ultimately whenever you have a negative third term, okay, either one of the factor will be positive and negative. Okay, one of the factor will be negative. Okay, if this plus, okay, we will look that in the next example. Okay, for now we know that it is 5 minus 3. Okay, 5 minus 3 makes 2 plus 2. All right, so we'll continue with that. We write the first term and the last term as it is, and then we'll move on to the middle term and we'll split it out. So it will be 5x minus 3x. Okay, now the brackets and taking the common term out. So it's going to be, yeah, x plus 5, and here we'll take minus 3x out, sorry, minus 3 out, so it will be x plus 5. Okay, see, a negative and positive will make a negative. All right, negative 3 into positive 5 will make a negative 15. All right, so here we have x plus 5 as common, so we'll take it like this, and x minus 3, these two. All right, so the factors of this quadratic expression will be this. All right, so the next example is a slight difference. Okay, see, everything is similar except for this minus. Okay, in the last example, everything was similar except for this minus. So what we do, we found out that 3 and 5 will be the factors that are needed for this sum, but you can see that it is a negative middle term. This term is minus 2, okay, a negative 2. When you have a negative 2, the factors of this 2 should make a negative 2. That means you should have a negative 5. All right, so negative 5 and positive 3 makes negative 2x. Understand? So I wanted to elaborate only on that, so we'll put the answers in the short way we already know. So it will be x minus 5 and x plus 3. All right, so when you have a minus, you have to be extra cautious. And the last sum will have a negative middle term. All right, so we know that we know the steps now. 4 times 2 makes 8, and it makes a sum of 6 as well. But here we have a negative 6. Okay, so a negative 4 and a negative 2 also makes a positive 8. Okay, so when you take the sum of these, it will be a negative 6. Understand? So when you have a negative, you have to be extra cautious. All right, so it's negative 4 and negative 2 makes negative 6. So in the short way we'll do, it's x minus 4 and x minus 2. This will be the answer. Okay, we'll do it in the long way as well, because this is the last example that I'm going to do in this video. Next is the past paper question. So the first term and the last term as it is, and then the middle term is going to be split. All right, so taking the common out. Okay, then here we'll take the minus 2 out. Okay, so x minus 4 and x minus 2 will be the answer. Yeah, we came to the past paper question. Right, see, when you study this part thoroughly, you will be able to score a lot of marks. See, it all revolves around these quadratic expressions. So this is the question that we can answer after this video. Factorize x squared plus 2x minus 63. So what are the procedures that you are going to follow? First, take the negative 63 and what are the factors that makes a difference of 2. Why difference? Because the third term is a negative number. So we know that 9 times 7 is 63. So 9 minus 7 also makes it a positive 2, isn't it? So we can say that the factors that we should take and split the middle term into will be x squared, then a positive 9x minus 7x minus 63. And here you take the term out, the common term out, that is x. So it will be x plus 9. And when you take 7 out, it will be x plus 9 again. So it's x plus 9 and x minus 7. This is the factors of it. All right. I hope you enjoyed the video. So that's all for today. Okay. Thank you for joining.